and this is my channel. If it's your first time here, welcome. And if you're returning, welcome back. And I always say, I'm so glad you're here, and I really mean it. You're actually in the car with me. No surprise, you can tell. I'm driving, and I'm getting ready to go see a blockbuster movie that is out called Sound of Freedom. And I just wanted to share with you, I don't know, it seems like everyone's talking about this movie, and so I thought, well, not like I want to jump on the bandwagon, but I do want to talk about it. You know, it's getting there's a lot of chatter out there about it, and I don't know what you've heard, but all I know is it's making a lot of money at the box office, and it's very popular, right? And I thought, well, it's a hot day. My AC's been out, and it's getting repaired, so why not go to a movie theater? They're nice and cool, right? I have some notes, so I want to talk about this movie with you. So, in a nutshell, and from the website, they sum it up about what this movie is about. It's a former Homeland Security agent battling against human trafficking. And so that seems like an innocuous topic. I mean, it's not light. It's definitely not going to be an uplifting film. I'm pretty certain of that. But I'm not sure why all the controversy about that. I'm pretty sure everyone is against human trafficking. So anyway, I've heard some reviews. People say the cinematography is very good, that it's very well written. So I'm gonna see for myself. So I'm going to tell you some fast facts about the movie, but I'm going to preface it with, I don't really know a lot about the Hollywood movie industry, right? I think there are companies with money who are production companies who put the money out to produce movies, and then there are entities that distribute them, and that in and of itself is, you know, a money-making industry. So I think there are a lot of moving parts when a movie gets made, right? From the conception to screenwriting to you know, the actors, paying the actors, making the movie, editing the film, and all of that. And I think a lot of movies sit. So this movie was made in 2018. At the time, the studio, my notes here, was 21st Century Fox, right? And I'm not sure of the exact year, but sometime after it was made in 2018, 21st Century Fox was purchased by Disney, and you know, Disney acquired it, and everyone's using the term that it was shelved. I think that probably happens to a lot of movies. I don't necessarily know that Disney, you know, was intending not to distribute the movie, but for whatever reason, it wasn't distributed. 5 years later, we're only just now seeing it. I think there are a lot of movies where that's done. Along came Angel Studios, who I believe acquired the rights to distribution. And I remember hearing earlier in the year posts seeing from Angel Studios, and you may know them from The Chosen. They were trying to crowdsource and fund the release and the distribution of Sound of Freedom, much like they did with The Chosen, right? Coming to the people. I remember social media posts. Would you watch a movie about this topic? Yes, I would watch a movie. And then they came out with, well, would you purchase a ticket for yourself and buy an extra one so that other people could come? And that's, you know, that's what they did with The Chosen as well. You kind of paid it forward. It was a grassroots movement, and you paid it forward. So there were free subscriptions or whatever it took to originally watch the first season of The Chosen. That's what they were doing with Sound of Freedom. There are angel supporters, if you will, who've purchased tickets, and they have hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of tickets out there that they're giving away for free to you to go. So full disclosure, I am going to see the movie on a free ticket. I'll post links for all of that information below. So that's a little bit about the movie. And I wanted to tell you about why I might want to go see this movie, right? Well, I have, I'm not, excuse me while I'm driving in the sun, I'm not oblivious to the fact that human trafficking exists. I don't think any of us are. So trust me, again, I'm not thinking that this movie is going to make me feel good. But here's what I'm hoping to get from the movie. I want to make sure businesses I'm supporting, or things that I'm buying, things that I'm doing, I want to make sure I'm not in some unknown way supporting this industry of human trafficking, or in particular with kids. I just want to make sure I'm not doing that. I want to, to be sure I'm not doing that. So let me tell you, as I was gathering my little tidbits of information, knowing that I wanted to attend I'm hoping to get something out of this movie, right? Because I know how horrific the human trafficking, child sex trade is, and I found this little why, about why they made this movie. And here it is. It says, and in case you're wondering, I have a red light. Understanding the complexities of this crisis and educating oneself about the reality of child trafficking empowers individuals to make a difference. And so all of this combined that I'm talking about is why I am making my way to go see this movie. So when I get out, I'll do a follow-up video, and then I'm going to put it all together. So stay tuned. Okay, well, all right, I'm gonna drive home and collect my thoughts, and then yeah, and then okay, I'm back home, and I'm just noticing I've got a bit of a sunburn. I went to the pool this afternoon. As I mentioned, my AC was not working, so I went to my swimming pool for a little bit this afternoon. Quick trip, no sunscreen. Look what happened. Anyway, far worse things in the world than that. Anyway, all right, so Sound of Freedom. Funny story, as I was walking into the theater, I ran into a woman that I know, and she was with her daughter, and I think it was her mother, and of course I said, oh my gosh, it's so good to see you and your beautiful family. I didn't pay any attention to the fact that they were all wearing bright pink, and I said, oh, are you just leaving the movies? And she said, well, yes, we saw Barbie. What are you seeing? I said, Sound of Freedom. Oh, it sounded like, well, it was just a fun sucker for them to hear that that's the movie that I was going to see. But I will tell you what, folks, it was an excellent movie.
Absolutely. I would have bought a ticket. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go on and buy a ticket for you or for someone else. I'm not sure what the controversy is with this movie. I would not term this a Christian movie at all. Everybody should be against human trafficking, not just Christians. And I don't know if they say it's a Christian movie because, he's got a line, if you watch any of the trailers, there's a line where he says, God's children aren't for sale. Okay, what's so offensive about that, right? There is no reason to not go see this movie. If you like adventure, like edge of your seat, like, oh no, oh no, oh no, it has that. I just didn't find the Christian references. I just did not find the parallels where you should think that you're going to be indoctrinated with Christianity if you go to this movie. I just didn't find that to be the case. Actually, I don't know what YouTube allows and what YouTube filters out, but I guess I'm going to find out if there was any kind of parallel. Honestly, it's based on the story of Tim Ballard and a sting operation that took place on a pedo island, right? Like an island private club for pedophiles that was stocked with children. So that's rattling, right? That they also show, the photos from the actual crime back when this raid was going on. They showed those photos. So this is a true story. And yeah, so forget all that you're hearing about the negativity about it being a Christian movie. And maybe they're saying that to keep people away because the parallel is with the news from Jeffrey Epstein's compound over in the Bahamas. Is that where it was? Anyway, I cried within the first 5 minutes. They go into a very real scene about how children are lured and parents. So that was a little unsettling at the very beginning. But honestly, the rest of the movie was just action-filled. It was a good action movie. Trying to think of what else to say. So I am going to have to admit that I did not get my lesson from it. I did not get the information that I was hoping to get, about how I might unknowingly be supporting all of this. So I didn't get that. And you know what? It's just as well. It would have taken away from the entertainment value of the picture if it had included stuff like that. So I guess in a way I'm glad that wasn't in there. Not everybody may be looking for that when they go to a movie with that kind of a topic. And so, but I did find out about Tim Ballard's organization called Operation Underground Railroad. And I'll share the link to that because they go into ways that you can help them with this effort. So, this happened, the raid happened back in 2011, 12, 10, I'm not sure what year that was, but it's pretty interesting to see the actual photos from the raid, the real raid, after you've just watched, the movie of it happening, the reenactment of it. It's a great movie. I'm going to, at the end of the movie, the screen had a QR code in the website. So I'm going to share that with you because we're asked to share it so that more people will come to the movie. Because actually that was the lesson there, that the more people who know about it, the more exposure it gets, it's like bringing light to the darkness. So I'm going to share the QR code so that you can scan it, get the free tickets, or buy tickets for yourself and for others that you may want to sponsor. Yeah, I think that's all I want to say, is that it's an excellent movie. It is not a Christian movie. And it just was an entertaining movie. Like I said, it was just it was just interesting to run into friends who were going to see the Barbie movie. Not that I don't want to see the Barbie movie. I do want to see the Barbie movie, but it just was, we're all coming out of a very deep, moving movie to a lobby full of a lot of people in pink. Hey, there was something I did want to say. I cried, at this one little part of it at the very beginning. I didn't cry the rest of the movie, and I think you'll find people who are reviewing it, they don't really have the words to describe what it is. It's a heaviness for me. The movie made me feel heavy. It didn't feel good at all to see the American men who were going to these countries, and in particular Mexico and Central American countries, Honduras. It didn't feel good to see those American men participating in that. And so that is just a heavy feeling to know that we're part of the problem. Yeah, that's the heaviness of it. Yeah, anyway, I don't know. I don't want to keep going on about it because I want you to get to the QR code and I want you to get to the movie. If you've seen it, let me know what your thoughts are. I love to hear in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And let me know how you felt coming out of the movie. Did you feel heavy? Did you feel empowered? I think I feel more empowered knowing about the Operation Underground Railroad organization that was started and that exists to stop human trafficking. And that's the most important thing. Anyway, that's it. I'm tired. I'm sunburnt. And I'm gonna make this the end of it. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and that I'll see you again on my next video. Take care, everyone.